Keith Faulkner has been appointed the fourth president of Charleston Southern University. He tells me how the job is going right now for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close-Ups on Facebook. Charleston Southern University President Keith Faulkner. Welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Well, thank you, Quintin. It's a pleasure to be back as always.
Oh, I appreciate it greatly. Needless to say, you are the president of Charleston Southern University, and I know that you all are getting geared up for the fall semester there. So tell me, what's new, what's now at Charleston Southern?
Yeah, well, thank you for allowing me to share some of the wonderful things going on at the university. We have had a very, very, very busy summer. We have many capital projects going on. We are finishing our science and engineering and aeronautics building. That's about an $8 million investment that we're spending here to really expand our aeronautics program and engineering. And that's exciting. And that building will open probably within the next week. So our engineering and aeronautics students will join us in that space when they return on the 21st. So that's exciting.
Yes.
We've got some wonderful simulators in that space, new classrooms. It's just a really great facility. We're also redoing our cafeteria, about a $5 million investment there. And that's a great day for us. It was time. Our cafeteria was great, but it was time for a refresh, and our students are just really excited about that. We've broken ground on a new dorm. That dorm will open next August, and it's a little over 200 beds in that dorm. So we're really excited about adding that to our housing options for our students. This dorm is going to be top shelf, Quentin. It's got a convenience store located in it, a workout facility, numerous study areas. I mean, it's just really going to be top shelf, which is what our students deserve, and we're excited to provide to them. We've got some updates going on in the library, in the Hunter Center, athletics. I just was meeting with our AD, and we've got some new technology we're putting in the weight room for our athletes, all of our athletes, so they can better train and recover when they have injuries. So it's just a busy time, but an exciting time at Charleston Southern.
Oh, yes, I miss coming up there. I need to come up there soon since I live in North Charleston now.
Yes, please come.
Oh, I definitely will. You talk about, obviously, aeronautics and engineering. I was just on a plane to Cincinnati last week. But tell me about that particular school that's going to be opening next week. With that program, with the new building and obviously programs, how many more students do you believe will come into this program?
Well, engineering is growing, and when we first started that program, now that program, engineering and aeronautics, were both started prior to my arrival, but we are really pouring some investments in there because they're high demand for students, but they're also high demand for our region. As I meet with local business and regional leaders, both of these industries are weird. There's a shortfall here. There's a great need in the Charleston and the Low Country, and really across South Carolina, for engineers and pilots. We know there's a pilot shortage in the United States that's going to exist for probably the next 15 to 20 years. So Charleston Southern is very privileged to be part of the solution set in that space. But I'll tell you, with respect to growth, both engineering and aeronautics are growing at a very, very high rate. We are up about several 100% in the number of students in our aeronautics program. And I don't know if you know this, Quentin, but we actually purchased a flight school out in Somerville. So again, we are investing in that space heavily, because we think it's going to be great, not only for Charleston Southern, our students. These are high-paying, high-demand jobs that also serve our nation, right? So that's a really exciting opportunity for us to pour in.
Oh, absolutely. I want to get to the flight school in just a second, President Faulkner, but let me talk to you about the shortfall. With that shortfall within the industry that we all know about, aeronautics and, of course, the airlines, what more programs or what more resources will you add to the program to take care of this shortfall from a CSU standpoint?
Well, you are asking exactly the right question. So we are exploring several different opportunities within our aeronautics program. One being, and very highly publicized, we're at the exploratory phase of talking about air traffic control and seeing if we can be a part of the solution set there. As you know, and as you've heard, there's all sorts of shortfalls in staffing across air traffic controls. And I will tell you, as we all know, if you don't have anybody controlling the planes, bad things happen. So, but we really hope that that's something we can at least assist in some ways. We're also doing aircraft maintenance and offering bachelors of technology degrees to those folks who are going through Trident Tech, who are wanting to go to work immediately at Boeing, constructing and building planes, but also giving them a pathway here at Charleston Southern to complete their bachelor's degree such that they can move up within the Boeing Corporation and other, corporations as well in the aeronautics and aerospace field.
Wow. And you talk about Trident Tech, a place that I know and love, spent many years there getting an associate's degree there before
Yeah,
coming to the College of Charleston.
yeah.
But what else do you want to collaborate with Trident Tech on when it comes to aeronautics and engineering?
We are open. Our doors are open. I'll tell you, the new president at Trident is just fantastic, and we met in my office a few weeks ago, and she has so many great ideas. So we have a lot of things. I don't want to let all the cat out
Right.
of the bag, but we have a lot of conversations going on across many disciplines: nursing, teaching, you name it. We're talking with them about it because it's such a wonderful asset to this region. Trident is great,
Yes.
and Charleston Southern wants to come alongside and be a great partner.
Both great schools here in the Low Country, iconic schools, by the way. But let me ask you, how many of those students from Trident Tech are actually currently within the Charleston County, well, the Charleston Southern University program?
Yeah, I don't actually know the answer to that. I don't want to give you any
Sure.
wrong data, but I can tell you that the pipeline is increasing, and our transfer, where we're at in our enrollment pipeline right now, we're bringing in record numbers of freshmen, traditional freshmen, but we're seeing record numbers of transfer students as well. Many of those transfer students are coming to us from Trident Tech. So I don't have that firm number, but I can tell you the number is increasing, and we're very thankful for this partnership.
So you have the partnership, you have the students. So when it comes to transfer students, what more resources do you want to pump into that particular program?
Absolutely. So we're always thinking about how to, college affordability is the name of the game, right? I mean, it's a real challenge for people, and we realize that. But what we're always trying to get students to understand is a private college education at Charleston Southern University is attainable. It is not as expensive as they think. So we're really trying to have conversations with parents and students about this transfer portal, but we're also looking at ways to better invest in scholarships for transfer students, right? A lot of schools do not invest in transfer scholarships, but we're looking at better ways to do that and make college more affordable. The debt load that young people graduating from college carry is something that we're concerned about, and we're always keeping our eye on the ball there. So that's really probably the biggest place we're trying to figure out what the right investment is and how to make it attractive and profitable. At the end of the day, give a return on investment, and that's what I'm talking about with profitability, not for us,
Right.
but for the students to profit from that, not only financially, but finding their vocation, finding God's call on their life, such that they can lead lives of significance in whatever area they choose.
Absolutely, I agree with that completely. How many scholarships do you want to offer with the transfer portal?
We are still evaluating all that, as many as we can that make sense. So again, what we're trying to do.
Yes, sir.
One of the things that Charleston Southern has always prided itself on is, our mission is academic excellence in a Christian environment. But we're trying to make sure that we remain a school of opportunity and not just a school for elite academic students. We find ourselves in the Low Country, Quentin, as a school that we really believe represents South Carolina as far as the demographics of South Carolina. We've come up with new programs. I think the last time we spoke, we were talking about our Buck Promise.
Right.
We've expanded that. We've expanded into the Charleston County school districts. We're talking with Dorchester County,
Yes.
Berkeley County, trying to figure out pathways to bring students to college that may have thought that college was not an opportunity for them. So we're really pouring into multiple areas to try to to try to make investments that are strategic and that are going to help the Low Country and South Carolina.
And I have three more questions for you, President, because I know you're busy. But what that, and I don't want to go ahead of the conversations that you're having with Charleston County, Berkeley, and Dorchester. But what ideal programs would actually, for lack of a better word, entice these students to Charleston Southern University?
Yes. So our Scholars Academy, dual enrollment opportunities such that these students can get an associate's degree like my daughter did. And before we moved here in Virginia, she graduated from high school with an associate's degree. That accelerates and reduces, again, at the end of the day, that debt load that students carry post-college. Because the more debt you carry, the more strained oftentimes you feel to take a job that may not be the right fit for you. Back to what we're all about at Charleston Southern is helping people find their vocation, God's call on their life. And that may not be a financially lucrative one, right? There may be sacrifices and like, and the lower debt structure that they have post-college, the more opportunities like that to serve others they're able to have.
Obviously, there's a lot of debt right now going on in the country with what's going on, from a political standpoint, whatnot. How do you all track that from a financial standpoint at Charleston Southern?
Oh, well, we track it closely. So we are constantly trying to stay abreast of an ever-changing landscape. For the last 6-7 months, there's been a lot of activity, obviously, with the DOE, with the big beautiful bill that just passed. There were a lot of challenges for higher education, particularly private higher education, found in those pieces of legislation and these moves that are being made. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with those moves, but it's an ever-changing landscape. So I, in my office, and my senior officers, my vice presidents, we track that very, very closely. And we stay in touch with our local representatives. I've visited Representative Clyburn's office, Senator Scott's office, Senator Graham's office, Representative Mace's office, and others across the state. The SCICU, the South Carolina Independent Colleges and Universities president, Robert Lloyd, he does a great job of briefing the private college presidents about the implications of the political climate that we're in right now and what these pieces of legislation mean for us.
Wow. So what does that mean for you 6-7 months from now?
That's a great question. I don't know what it means 6 or 7 days from now, and I'm not trying to be flippant.
Right.
It's just very, very dynamic. It's a very fluid situation. But I can tell you that what we're trying to do is always block and tackle, right? We're trying to figure out what's going on, forecast the best that we can, inform our trustees and other leaders on our campus about this, and really come up with creative solutions each and every time the game changes, which seems, again, over the last several months to be quite frequent.
I really would like to get you back on Quintin's close-up so we can talk more about that in depth. But I know you mentioned the cafeteria earlier. Obviously, that's expanding in great detail. How many new restaurants are actually coming into that cafeteria?
So we have a different model than some of the other schools with respect to, we don't have a lot of restaurants around campus, but we're going to have several restaurants. I think there are 8 total that are going to be represented within our and stations within our cafeteria. So I can't recall all of the ones right off the top of my head, but there's a vegan option. There's obviously, of course, the normal pizza, but there's an urban option. There's, just everything that could cleanse your palate. There's special options that all of our students can take advantage of that are particularly designed for healthy living and for our athletes. So it's a really great addition to our cafeteria. And Airmark has been a great partner for us. They've been a longtime partner at Charleston Southern, and they have been instrumental in helping us design what we believe is a state-of-the-art cafeteria.
Wow, that is really, really amazing. I hope I can get you back on in the next 6 months so we can talk about the cafeteria, DOE, and some other issues right now. But for right now, Charleston Southern University President Keith Faulkner, thank you for your time. And again, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you, Quintin. You have a great day, sir.
Likewise.